Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another music reaction and welcome back to another star rating. Today, the video that's up for the star rating is going to be Tom MacDonald, The Machine. I believe I have one other Tom MacDonald video on this channel. I haven't done a lot of Tom MacDonald, but I mean, that will change if, you guys want some more Tom MacDonald. But yeah, if you want to listen to the last reaction, just go search it up. I'm sure you'll find it. It is in my catalogs. Before we jump into this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more future content and to stay up to date with all the music that I drop. So let's go ahead and get right into this reaction. Tom MacDonald, The Machine.
I am not Republican, I am not a liberal. Why the hell can't I just be American without getting political? The system gonna suppress us all, they don't care about the cost. How's this a democracy when we got communists in charge? Cancel culture Nazis, all they're missing is the swastikas. Honestly, this is a psychological holocaust. Pumping propaganda through the screen and straight into your brain. You ain't on a plantation, but you definitely still a slave. Race theory is indoctrinating children. Tell blacks they're disadvantaged, tell whites they got white privilege.
I mean, I get that incentive there, not on a plantation, but you're still a slave. Like, we're a slave to, everything that's being pumped to us, like the social media, right? We're a slave to that. The things, these devices in our hands, right? I mean, I believe everyone doesn't leave a house or does not go anywhere without this thing by their side, right? So I get it. I mean, electronics in general, what they're pumping and force feeding us. Yeah, and like you said, like, why can't you just, like, why do you have to be just Republican or Democrat? Why can't you just want what's best for the country, right? Why can't you just be in the middle ground, right? I think there are things to take away from both sides. Right? I think both sides has their evil, both sides has their good. So if you can learn to take what's best from both and try to align it the best way possible, I think that could help dividends. But at the same time, I think what this whole thing's gonna get down to is the government, right? I think this whole song is gonna be about the government dividing us. Right at this point.
System gonna suppress us all, they don't care about the cost. How's this a democracy when we got communists in charge? Cancel culture Nazis, all they're missing is the swastikas. Honestly, this is a psychological.
By the way, screw cancel culture. I'll put that out there right now.
You ain't on a plantation, but you definitely still a slave. Race theory is indoctrinating children. Tell blacks they're disadvantaged, tell whites they got white privilege. What a brilliant way to reinforce division. If whites believe they have it easy, they will never help you fight the system. And now they burning books in untraditional ways. They just traded newspapers for the digital age. Now the facts can be deleted with no physical flames. They just change the information and the truth gets erased.
Imagine what they had to do before the digital age, right? I know we've seen it before, right? Before the digital age, they had to go through, and it was a very public deal, right? In order to take stuff away, they had to go inside of, like, the public libraries, and they had to take things out from just in front of us, right? We could see them, and there could be more of an uprising if that stuff was happening, right? But now they've switched everything to the digital age. So now if they want to switch something, they can switch something without anyone knowing, right? They can make definitions for things that were just definitions 5 years ago could be changed in literally a click of a button. And in seconds, right? Without anyone knowing. And next thing you know, you go up and look up a definition, and you're like, oh, well, look, it's right here. I Googled it. I looked it up, right? This is what it is. In reality, they're changing it to fit whatever narrative they're trying to force feed you at that point. And this type of stuff has been, talked about for a while now. But with the way that stuff like this is going, and censorship and all that stuff is going right now, we've seen it already with, like, podcasts and stuff like that. Close to us as, like, Canada, censorship's becoming a pretty massive thing. Why not shout this and say this stuff now while we still are able to say this stuff, right? So yeah, I'm for it. keep doing you. Let's see what else he has to say.
Be deleted with no physical flames. They just change the information and the truth gets erased.
Yeah.
They keep screaming to wake up, but they're all woke, not awake.
They're woke, not awake. Woo. And that definition changed too. Okay.
I am not Republican. I am not a liberal. Progressive and traditional are hitmen hired to kill the individual. They label people red or blue, divide us. They don't ever help. They want you thinking left or right, so you ain't thinking for yourself. Go ahead and vote, because both the parties are the same side. Two teams, one coach, controlled by the same guys. Left wing, right wing, both help the same bird fly. Brainwashing everybody at the same time.
I know that was a very popular expression as well. They're two opposite ends. Left and right will never see the same side. They'll never see the same type of wants, or at least the same type of answers, but they both help the one entity, right? Which should be, the bird, right? In our cases, right? It's us, the two sides. The thing that we should be doing is working in unison for us. The song isn't wrong. I believe that you do have to kind of like beat this into the ground, the whole, beating a dead horse, right? You do have to beat this into the ground because people aren't listening, right? The whole thing about woke but not awake. By the way, this is probably one of the better courses that Tom does. I know it's very, a popular opinion to say, that Tom's courses are hit and miss. It does kind of align with that, but like this is he's getting a lot better at hooks. 100%. Tom, if you see this, 100% better at hooks, for sure.
People red or blue divide us, they don't ever help. They want you thinking left or right, so you ain't thinking for yourself. Go ahead and vote, because both the parties are the same side. Two teams, one coach, controlled by the same guys. Left wing, right wing, both help the same bird fly. Brainwashing everybody at the same time. The internet was once a place that we could get our facts from. Now it's been monopolized. It's Google or it's Amazon. Who the fact checkers?
Exactly, who fact checks the fact checkers?
Control the narratives through the platforms. Let me break this down for you, simple as I can, Kate. They use social conditioning to put you in the rat race. It doesn't matter if you're first or third, or if you're last place, you're still a rat, and they're the cats who kill you so you can't escape.
Yep.
They keep screaming.
Preach it, Tom.
But they're all woke, not awake. We know the system has failed us, and all the media's fake. I swear the government hates us. Having opinions is dangerous. The system built to enslave us only works if we're afraid.
What he just said there in the chorus, it's something that I missed in the first time, but he said having opinions is dangerous. It can be on several different fronts. I mean, having an opinion, if it differs from what the narrative is trying to push, can be dangerous, I guess, not only to yourself, but dangerous to that narrative. I guess just having an opinion in general these days is dangerous because everyone likes to be cheap and all think the same in a lot of ways. So shout out to Tom for that line. There's something else in here, like who facts the fact checkers? That's a really good one. Basically, whoever is driving the narrative creates the facts at this point, at least in the digital age. Just be wary about where you're getting, your answers from. Make sure you double, triple, anything that you can, like, check anything that you can do in order to verify things. And also, I like the thing he said about the whole rat race. I mean, it doesn't matter if you finish first, second, third, or last. You're still a rat, right? And they're the cat that can kill you at any time. It's the government. This whole song is basically just saying just to simplify it as much as possible, everyone. I know there's going to be some hate in the comments from this because Tom's very divisive, right? That's what this is supposed to. It's supposed to spark conversation. People need to stop being afraid of conversation and hash this out. So basically what he's trying to say, this should not be about you versus me. This should not be about you versus your brother, right? You versus your sister. This should not be like that. Rage Against the Machine was on the other side of the spectrum, right? The other side of the pill as Tom. But they were also teaching the same thing. They were teaching, screw the system, right? They're trying to keep you down. You have Red and Blue, right? You have Tom and Rage, right? And this is a comparison that Tom is at the level of Rage Against the Machine, anything like that, even though Tom's awesome, right? But there's, you know, Rage Against the Machine, I think, in a lot of ways, is a league of their own, right? But even though they're on it's two different pills. It's red pill, blue pill in that case, right? But they're still singing and they're still writing songs about the same thing, no matter what color, right? That you choose here, what side of whatever wing, whatever side of the bird you choose, it's screw the system. They're trying to keep you down. They're trying to divide us so that way they can do whatever they want. For some reason, Rage Against the Machine gets a lot more of the praise than what Tom's doing. I think it's because, you know, Tom's a little bit more, I guess he's against the narrative. Yeah.
I am not Republican, I am not a liberal. I am just a man who knows they're scared of a nation that's thinking critical. They kill us so they lock us up for nothing like we're criminals. Divide us because they know that unified we are invincible. Questioning the government's agenda is controversial, but promoting guns and liquor in our music is commercial. They're confusing us for pronouns they made up to make us triggered. You can call me what you want, but just don't call me late for dinner. School teaches you to learn and never teaches you to think. So you absorb misinformation, then you practice what they preach. You ain't free, can't you see that's how they want you to act? That's called conforming to the norm. You don't need freedom for that. I'm not Republican or liberal or left-wing or right-leaning. I took the red pills because that's who's fighting for my freedoms. And you don't need to choose to be accepted. They both fake teams. Evil runs the world now like hell ain't got no vacancy. They keep screaming to wake up, but they're all
Just gonna leave it at that. Just gonna leave it at that. Go back and listen what he said if you didn't catch it the first time. Yo, shout out to Nova as always. Nova's always doing her thing, man. Nova's video quality and just skills have jumped leaps and bounds. Amazing. I love this duo. Like I said, I don't think this song needs much more explaining. It's if you can't understand what he's trying to say throughout this song, you're just turning your head to it. At this point, you're turning your ears, you're muting, and it probably means you have an opinion formed before listening to it. I think that what Tom's speaking here about the government and wanting to be divisive, not wanting us to be unified, it's what Rage Against the Machine was freaking preaching all those years ago, man, decades ago. It's what Rage Against the Machine was preaching. Wake up in this sense, you know what I mean? But yeah. In terms of a song, like overall musical gist, star rating, yeah, I mean, I'll definitely put it on the playlist. It's definitely repeatable. It, you know, the song feels good. It flows nice. The beat's fine, right? I have no issue with all that. I think much like the Machine Gun Kelly deal, this song is more about the message than it is the actual song as a whole, which I appreciate. So let's go ahead and give this one a 6 stars out of 10. I think that's perfectly fine because this song is more about the message behind it than it is the actual overall song production itself, right? Which isn't a bad thing. I think in this case the message was much more important than the actual song production of everything. So yeah, guys, that's been my reaction to Tom MacDonald, The Machine. If you like the reaction, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, like the video, subscribe to the channel so that way we can listen to a lot more music together and we can have a lot more music converse just like we are having now in the comment section below. If you want more Tom MacDonald, like this video, comment down below what Tom MacDonald videos you want me to react to next. And until next time, everybody, I hope you all have a fantastic day /week/weekend. I'll catch you all in the next reaction. Later.